And good evening, everyone, from the South Point facility here in Canonsburg. I'm Kurt Caruth on your high-definition Panthers television network, along with Lisa Ambrose on the camera. We've taken the show in the road in my backyard. I live about a half a mile from here, so going to be a tough venue tonight. Boy, a hostile crowd, incredible fan support here for Canon-Mac. Not much on the Upper St. Clair side of the equation, so let's get the fan base out here. St. Clair coming off a very difficult loss at home the other night, taking a 2-0 lead and basically giving that up late in the third period. So it's going to be a tough task here with the first place Canon-McMillan Big Macs here at the South Point venue. So we'll let the camera go to the ice and we'll see what the boys are made of here. We're going to have Michael Ambrose in goal, and the Panthers will be traveling in their home black uniforms trimmed in white and red. Will be traveling right to left on your TV dial, and the Canon-Mac team will be in their home whites trimmed in blue and gold. Panthers this season being coached by Gary Klepkowski. Assistant coaches are John Markwell, Justin Lloyd. Ambrose will get the nod again for goal. And number 91, Ryan Christian, will get the goal for the Canon-Mac Big Mac. So we're going to tee it up. A very, very loud crowd here. Beautiful facility here. You don't even need a jacket inside this venue. And boy, right across from the rink is Jay's Sports Bar, which I believe serves food till 1 o'clock. So note to self on that. Shot right on. Good effort there by the Panthers, and I've got to tell you, Lisa, Ackerman having Alibrand, having a great season this year. Number 33, big force, had a goal the other night, and a big-time scorer, one of our point leaders on the point and defense. Wraparound shot, a good save as Ambrose was doing the cradle, and we're going to have an early penalty here. At the 14:23 mark, we're going to have a minor penalty, 2 minutes for cross-checking. And that penalty is going to go to number 16, Mike Pencrott. So the Panthers are going to find themselves in a hole here early. And again, I think that's, Lisa, what cost them the game the other day. Panthers skating probably basically 2 lines last game. And boy, the wind was taken out of their sails late and gave up 4 minor penalties in the third period, which came back to haunt them. Play comes across to the command position. Oh my, and a penalty could have been called there on Canon-Mac as Sweeney went to the ice, but nothing called, and a good effort there by Upper St. Clair to clear the zone. 14 minutes remaining here in the first. Play is going to be taken by number 5, Baskakov, and boy, that's a name we called last year in the Penguin Cup Finals, the rematch from last year's event, and boy, if you recall, Ambrose had the goal there. Panthers dominated that game, having about 40 shots to 3 at one time. And boy, wouldn't you know it, but Canon-Mac took the lead in that game, but then had the big-time heroics by Sweeney, a late goal by Justin Sellepp last year to tie it, and Sweeney to win it in overtime to win the Penguin Cup locally and went on to a state championship in Harrisburg. Play's going to come to the far boards where it's going to be taken by number 26, Tonkovic, and that's another name. I think Canon-Mac only losing 2 seniors last year to our 11 players off the Upper St. Clair team. So this team pretty much intact, and I believe they're undefeated this season. The play's going to come off the near board and come all the way back into the attack zone with 31 seconds remaining in the Canon-Mac advantage. Good effort there by Ackerman as he's going to disrupt the play, and he's going to take on 3 defensemen. Panthers skating 1 and 3, and a good effort there on a forechecking play by Sweeney. Going to be gathered in, and a wrister from Tonkovic's going to just go wide. Play comes back to Anthony Tonkovic, and he'll headman the play over to the far corner on a give and go number 2. Swink shot's going to get whistled wide and going to be picked up by our number 2. Boyd. He can't get it out. He'll be helped out by Sweeney. Shot right on by Ambrose. And he says no, and he'll hold on with 12:10 remaining here in the first. Score is 0-0. Well, I had a full day today, Lisa. Going to do the community effort here with the Upper St. Clair broadcast. And this morning, I had the privilege of speaking to fourth graders at the Gateway Elementary School in Monroeville about the stock market. So we had a lot of fun. I actually had compared stocks like Apple Computer and McDonald's and Disney and related it to hockey cards, if you will. Sidney Crosby rookies, Malkin rookies, and Stahl rookies. So the kids had a ball, and it's been a full day here. Face off to the right of Ambrose will be taken there by number 18, Mansman. Unable to control, picked up neatly by the Panthers, skated back to center. Looks like it'll be tried to be picked up there by Baradone, but unable to control, and right back on the attack comes Coleman Slane. Shot's going to go wide. Back to the point, and a big-time blast by number 95, Wozniak. Finally going to be picked up by Upper St. Clair, and a headman play and a good effort to get it outside the zone. Leiden will look to corral it. He's unable to control and deflected right back in, and Canon-Mac will go on a wholesale line change where number 21, Schmidt, will pick up the mail. Pass goes off the board right to Leiden, and he's got Baradone, and he'll look to change up. Well, Panthers so far so good here. I think, Lisa, one of the good things about Upper St. Clair this season, especially on most of our broadcasts, they've been able to score the first goal or two and pretty much been able to hold on, except with the exception of the State College team last game. But good effort there. Oh, what a save by Ambrose. Point blank from 5, and he got the left pad down. And a heads-up play by the defense to clear the zone. Going to be chipped in by Boyd, and I think that play should have been whistled offside as the St. Clair player was in ahead of the play, and a big check there by number 16, Pencrott. Play goes across but not out. Be careful here. Kept in neatly by number 24, Nick Harrison, captain of the Canon-Mac Big Macs. Back to the point, a blast, and Alibrand's going to give up the body. And he's getting up a little slow, and Ackerman, he goes down, and Ackerman's really in some pain here. He took that shot right off the shin, and finally we're going to have a stop and play here. And it looks like we're going to get a minor penalty dished out here to number 93. Not sure exactly what the call is. 93 is Carmen D'Alessandro. That penalty will come at the 10-12 mark here in the first, and the Panthers will enjoy their first power play of the evening. Face-off taken by Andrew Schmidt, unable to control, and that'll be cleared the length of the ice by Canon-Mac, where Sweeney will go back to play it as Ambrose comes out to help him. Sweeney will do the Denny Savard spinorama move, and play comes to Pencrott, where he'll look to Crockett, and in ahead of the play is Cassidy, and they'll blow it for an offside. And we'll do it again with 1:41 remaining in the man advantage. Beautiful fall-like day here in December, 60 degrees, and I think it might be the calm before the storm. Rumor has it rain and a drop of 20 degrees is coming. But we'll enjoy it for now. Oh, good play there by Sweeney. He took it to the backhand, came off the glass funny and ricocheted right to the center of the crease, but nobody home. Panthers are going to be forced to take it back, where Ambrose has lost his blade, and he's still without a blade to goaltender, and that's where the defense has got to help him out here. Be careful here. Shot on, oh my! Wide angle shot, Ambrose with no blade, and one of the defense has got to help this goaltender out here. Taken by Cassidy here. Ambrose still without a blade. Now he's finally going to skate back to get it. Panthers dodge a big bullet there, and Cassidy, number 18, big-time left-handed shot's going to take the play over onto the right wing. Oh, and a good play there to Ackerman, unable to control as he got around the defense. Chip back in, 37 seconds. Panthers unable to muster any shots on goal here on this man advantage. Finally going to be cleared, but kept in neatly at the point by number 16, Pencrott. Backhanded effort, unable to get it out. Taken by Schmidt, and he'll go rink wide. Played by Ackerman, and that'll come off his blade, and Canon-Mac comes back to center. Good effort there by Pencrott with one last rush here with 10 seconds remaining. Play comes off that blade, and that should probably do it with 4 to go. And the Panthers are going to be unable to score on their man advantage. Ackerman looking for a tripping minor and nothing called, and he'll skate to the bench. Play is still loose at center where it's going to be chipped back by Ackerman, and he'll come off. Big time rush here by Harrison, and he'll check up. Pass goes rink wide all the way to the left point, and a blast from the right-handed shot, unable to get to the net. Harrison will pick up the mail. Play is still loose where Woomer looks to play it, still unable to control. Centering pass, it's down deep, and finally going to be cleared the length of the ice by Baradone, and an icing will be called with 7:36 remaining here. Still a pretty neatly contested first period. Panthers hanging in there with a very, very tough Canon-Mac team. Parking still was at a premium, but I don't know if you noticed the beautiful 4-lane highway coming into this place. They just completed a 4-lane expansion primarily due to just the incredible corporate growth. Good save there by Ambrose. Corporate growth that has happened here. Consol Energy bringing their corporate headquarters from Upper St. Clair out here to Cannonsburg at South Point. And boy, with the Marsala Shale crew, they are going to feed a lot of people here in the Washington County area. Another big blocker save there by Ambrose, and that play will get dished ahead to number 28, McCombs, and he's unable to headman that play to Ackerman. It still comes off the blade and back to center, and here comes Ackerman right back on the attack, and looks like we're going to have another minor penalty here to Canon-McMillan. Going to have a high sticking minor. That penalty's going to come at the 6:48 mark here, and number 49, McCown's going to get the gate. A 2-minute minor for high sticking, so the Turkeys right back on the table. Panthers with another 2-minute man advantage. Looks like we got a report from Olibrand that shot might have perhaps broken his skate. So we'll have to see if he's unable to return. That's going to be a huge loss for Upper St. Clair here, number 33. Wow. That's like tennis. Sometimes you bring two. I guess I better be careful. The sport's expensive enough. Be careful here. Breakaway here. Number 93 in on Ambrose shot. What a save by Ambrose. And he had him pegged all the way. He deked him to the backhand, but he went forehand, and Ambrose was there to the task. And a big-time effort there by Upper St. Clair on a shorthanded situation. Well, those sometimes are the plays that can turn the team around here. Panthers have to answer here with a goal after a big save by their goaltender. Shot's not going to get to the net. Panthers still unable to muster a shot on their second power play here. And another mini breakaway here where comes down the right side, and a big-time save again by Ambrose right in front of turnaround play and a good play by Schmidt as he's going to forward that pass on his belly to Ambrose, and they're going to hold on. And boy, Panthers, which team is on the power play here with 39 seconds remaining? Canon-Mac with the better of the shots here in a shorthanded situation. Quick moving first period. Panthers with 35 to go here, still looking to get a quality effort here where the play will come back into the zone where Crockett will look to play it ahead to McCombs. He's unable to control. Right come back on the attack comes Tonkovic, number 26, and Upper St. Clair just now content to get it out of the zone here with 16 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Good move there by McCombs, and he'll leave that play for Ackerman as he'll bank it off the far board. McCombs gets in there, takes a heavy hit. Taken by Ackerman over to Woomer on the point, and he'll wrist it. And that's going to be down in front. It's loose. Good effort there, and a quick whistle here on a hand pass. And that'll do it for the Panther man advantage. Back to skating now, 5-on-5 with 4:42 remaining here in the first. Well, heads-up play, getting the camera Lisa down on this end. I think last time we were here, you couldn't hear yourself think behind the Canon-McMillan faithful. So, again, just a huge turnout of fans in the blue and gold section. They're filled to the rafters and pretty much standing room only over there. And the clock's finally moving here. I think we've played 30 seconds without the clock running, but now they've got it going. Panthers caught on a change here and dodge a bullet as that play was looked to connect with the Blair Oldiker, another big-time name in the Canon-Mac program. But that went awry, and Canon-Mac guilty of a icing play. So we'll have a face-off to the left of goaltender Christian. Face-off controlled by Canon-McMillan, but it's going to be picked up by Cassidy in the corner. He gives up the body and has a beautiful pass right to Sweeney. You got to look for Cassidy again in the high slot here. Unable to control where Boyd will lose his edge, number 2, and it'll go to another number 2 for Canon-Mac, Swink. Play a little chippy here where Sweeney's going to bat it back to center, and finally picked up by Boyd, and Pencrott come on a 2-on-1. A shot, oh my, and a big glove save by Christian, as really our first quality shot by Pencrott coming down on a 2-on-1 as he went to the left-handed shot, and Christian came up with a big-time left-handed glove save. Face-off controlled by the Big Macs, where they'll take it around the far boards, and Pencrott tries to chip it back in, but a delayed offside will be called right over to Tonkovic, and he'll take a big drive, and that play will come off the leg of number 16, Pencrott. Swing back to the point, takes a drive way wide. Far corner where Harrison will pick it up. He'll take a wrister, and that shot's going to go by the mark. This is the big gun line here. Tonkovic will take it. Played in the corner by number 20, Odie. All Canon-Mac here, and they're going to be forced to take it back to center. Good move there by Sweeney. He beats one, tries to beat two, and he's muscled into the corner. Looks like we'll have a delayed offside on the Panthers. Oh, right on the pass of Odie, and he's unable to control, and Cassidy will get the motor going, and a good outlet pass to number 2, Boyd. Chipped into the goal behind Christian. And once again, just Panthers unable to get that beat the Canon-Mac speed to the goal. You chip it in and hope to get your forwards to get there first, but boy, I'll tell you, when you're playing a caliber of team here, you've got to have the extra jets on because they're a quick bunch of skaters out there. Back to the point, Harrison, and a good effort there by Crockett. He'll skate it back to center. He'll dump it behind the goal where Baradona looked to play it. Good heavy hit there, and it'll be picked up in the corner by Puccetti. And skated back by Harrison to center. Picked up there by number 20, I think that was Diesel, Caleb Diesel, 71. .130 remaining now in the first. Good move there at center. He'll check it up, and boy, he'll take a power move, and wow, takes a big move, Baskakov, and looks like he's going to count the players, and they've got good call by the official. They've got 6 guys on the ice, and that's why he was so available. And Panthers now will go on their third man advantage here. A bench minor penalty will come at the 124 mark. Too many men on the ice. And the Panthers now will skate 5-on-4. Face-off neatly controlled by Boyd. He'll dish it back to Sweeney. Deflected ahead by Schmidt behind goaltender number 91, Christian. Right back on the attack comes Canon-Mac, 2-on-1. Taken by number 81, Tonkovic. A brother connection, Austin. And that puck will go into the meshing, and we'll have a face-off just outside the blue line. One minute remaining in the first period, minute 30 in the man advantage. Good effort there by the Panthers. Right back to the point where Sweeney will shoot that wide. Taken and controlled by number 18, Cassidy in the corner. He looks to wrist it. Shot's going to go off the side of that, and a rebound effort by Schmidt, unable to ram it home. Play comes back to center where Sweeney keeps Tonkovic off the effort, and a good play by Sweeney to drive it down deep. Helped out here by Ackerman with a centering pass. Goal! Oh, I thought it went in. Boy, I'll tell you, Schmidt had an opportunity, and a couple of the sticks got raised. And I thought Schmidt went to the backhand and got the early tally. But one final rush here for the Panthers with 10 seconds to go. Comes down the far wing. Sweeney's going to take it all the way to the goal. And with 2 seconds, that'll pretty much do it here, folks. A big-time first period. It'll end scoreless at 0. But we're going to let them take a break here where we'll pause, and we'll be right back here with 36 seconds, Lisa, remaining in the man advantage for the period. But that'll do it for the end of one, and we'll be right back with second period action here in a moment. Well, we're back for second period action here. 15 minutes to go here before they'll cut the ice. And boy, the Panthers, just to their credit, hanging in there. Now they've been the recipient of 3 minor penalties, Lisa, so they've had their opportunities here. But boy, I tell you, you get Canon-Mac a player down, and it seems like they step up their play. They've had the better of the scoring opportunities on the shorthanded situation. But Panthers late in the third had a beautiful opportunity of their own and still have 28 seconds remaining in this man advantage. Taken out by number 97, and he'll forward to play to number 2. The right-handed shot going on the left wing, and he'll flip it right on to Christian, and he'll hold on for a stop and play with 14:39 to go in the second and 15 ticks remaining in the man advantage for the bench minor. Too many men on the ice. Faceoff kept in neatly at the point by Sweeney, and a big drive, and that's going to come off the pad of the Canon-Mac player, and they'll redirect it forward. And it looks like Alibrand's back out there, so that's some good news. Not sure if he got a skate of another player, perhaps, but number 33 suited back up and back on the ice. Defenseman Sean Alibrand. That'll do it. Back to skating 5-on-5. Panthers now traveling left to right on your TV dial in their home black uniforms, or away black uniforms. Taken by Lydon. Shot's going to go by the mark off the defenseman, where it'll be helped out by Baradone. Puccetti will look to play it, and he'll dish a heavy hit into the corner where the Canon-Mac player will lose his edge. Boy, these are the games you sometimes see with Steeler games where, you know, you hang around long enough, and boy, all you need, Lisa, is one mini little break or an opportunity to get on the mark. You look at that Steeler-Kansas City Chief game, and you're like, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions and a fumble, and the team's driving to win the game at the end. Now, Steelers certainly made up for it with a big win against the Bengals here this past Sunday. But these are the types of games that, you know, with good goaltending, anything can happen, and Ambrose so far up to the task here. Taken by Woomer, and he'll just chip it back to center, where that'll be played by number 95, Wozniak. And an offside play as number 20, Odie, takes it in ahead of the play. And with 13:04 remaining here in the second, we're still scoreless at 0. Well, one thing that you've been able to accomplish is you've pretty much silenced the crowd here. You haven't had the crowd really anything to cheer about, so pretty much that's a positive, because this rink can get very loud, if you will. And we're going to have an icing call here. So they'll do it again all the way back into the attack zone for Canon-Mac. And that faceoff will be to the right of goaltender number 31, Michael Ambrose. Big faceoff win there by Boyd. Taken by Alibrand, and he'll look to chip it back, and he does. Good opportunity there to headman the play to Cassidy as he looked to play it ahead. Heads up play there by Sweeney as he had Cassidy trapped in the zone. Waited till he checked up and then dished it down deep. Play comes back by Pencrod. He'll play it on a delayed offside, and finally back. Be careful here, 2-on-1 break. Backhanded shot, big save there again by Ambrose. And they had him point blank from 5, and Ambrose with the butterfly and another big save, and that play will come back to center. Little heads-up play there by number 71, Diesel. He unselfishly gave it up and had Ambrose point blank from 5, but Ambrose with a good anticipation there and played his angle extremely well. Dishes that play ahead where Schmidt will be there ahead of the play, and he'll keep it on the boards. And I think that might have been touched up here on the bench of Canon-McMillan, so we'll face it off right outside the blue line. And with 11:47 remaining in the second, face-off will be at center. Face-off controlled by number 26, Tonkovic. Going to be driven down deep where Schmidt will play it, but Tonkovic will pick it up. Good effort there again by Woomer as he'll disrupt the play. Got to take the body here, Lisa. One of the things that this Panther team has not done has really been, they have not been physical this year. And it came back to haunt them in the State College game where a couple of the players, one of their big guns, were skating circles around some of the players, but that's where you just got to take that first step and really get that player off his mark. Play comes down deep where Swink will look to clear the zone, but a good heads-up play by Alibrand as he'll keep it in, but unable to control. Back to center. Canon-Mac on an exchange. Alibrand will play it behind Ambrose. Takes it across the far board, but unable to get it out of the Panthers, where McComb will play it. Finally, he'll clear it, and a couple of the Panthers will change and go to the bench. Oh, and an icing call there. Thought they were actually going to wave that off, as they deemed the Canon-Mac player might have been able to play that, but to no avail. And we'll have a stop and play with 10:35 remaining in the second. Another face-off win for the Panthers. That's been one bright spot on the season here earlier. The Panthers just dominating again with face-off wins here, probably scoring at least 75 to 80% of all face-offs. Play taken by Puccetti, and he'll look to keep it in, and a good effort there on the far corner by Leiden, and he'll drive it down deep where Puccetti will mix it up. He's going to play it with Wozniak. Play comes by the near board, and finally going to be taken by Alibrand, and he's content to chip it back in behind goaltender number 91, Christian. Play on the far boards where Puccetti again mixes it up. And finally going to be controlled by Canon-Mac, but one thing Canon-Mac really has just been battling with the transition game. Canon-Mac not sharp at all this evening. They've had probably the better of the scoring opportunities, and we're going to have a hand pass right there at center ice with 9:32 remaining. But Canon-Mac definitely with the better of the scoring opportunities, but boy, have really been a little bit sloppy on the transition out of their zone, and a lot of this play has happened in the neutral ice area. So again, a break perhaps for Upper St. Clair. Face off on the red stripe, won by Canon-Mac. Taken by Harrison, the right-handed shot on the left defensive point. He'll drive it down deep. Oh, and another errant deflection in the corner. And a good heads-up play by Ambrose, as that was on his doorstep, and he'll hold on. And they'll face it off to the right of the Panther goaltender. Another face-off win for Upper St. Clair, where Schmidt will drive it over to Cassidy, and he'll take a heavy hit as he'll lose his blade, but hacks at it to get it out of the zone and kept in neatly by Boyd, and he looks for Sweeney down deep. Cassidy will beat the Canon-Mac senior Harrison into the play. Be careful here, little breakaway here, shot right on, big save, and we're going to have a delayed penalty on Upper St. Clair. And we're going to holding play. And Schmidt took a little bit of a gamble and created a 2-on-1 down deep. And a good chest save there by Ambrose, but the Panthers will pay the ultimate price here. Woomer's going to get the gate, number 40 on a holding minor. That minor penalty will come with 8:52 remaining here in the second. And the Panthers will now skate disadvantaged by 1. Face-off win there by Canon-Mac, where Tonkovic will play it. Give and go back with Harrison, number 24, the captain. He looks to deflect it in front shot. Oh, what a save! It hit a Panther defense. And Alibrand, oh my, Alibrand got his blade on it. Hopefully it was the good skate, because that was labeled right in the center of the goal, and I don't think Alibrand knew it hit him. And the Panthers dodge a big bullet there, as that faceoff will come to the right of goaltender number 31, Ambrose. Wow. So Alibrand's good skate was the one that kept the puck out of the net. 8:15 now remaining with 1:20 in the Canon-Mac man advantage, taken by Harrison at the right point. He's going to be forced to make a pass before he was ready into the far corner. Comes back to number 24, and another one he's going to try to pass it right back to himself, but unable to control. And a good play by Pencrott And Harrison gives him a little bit of the business as those two exchange words. Harrison a little frustrated here, and a big check there by Ackerman, and that's where you perhaps want to get number 24 off his game here. Shot right on, rebound, it's loose. Oh, and another good save there by Ambrose. Play goes back to the middle, and a fan effort there. A shot by number 81, Tonkovic, and went under his blade. Taken by Ackerman. He comes back shorthanded. He looks to take a power move. He's tripped by the goaltender, no call. Play is actually picking up here now into the corner. Shot deflected right on. Rebound by Basikoff, and he goes rink wide to number 21, Oldeker, and nobody home. Back to the point, all Canon-Mac here. 13 remains in the man advantage. Play will come by the near board where Alibrand looks to get it out, unable to. Kept in here with 4 seconds to go. Back to Harrison with a shot deflected wide, and that'll do it. Back to skating 5-on-5 where Cassidy will come on for Woomer. Oh, breakaway, and here comes Cassidy right out of the box. Shot, oh, what a save by Christian. And he looked to go 5-hole, and a big-time save there. Cassidy coming off the bench for Woomer, serving the minor, had him from 60 feet, one-on-one. And a golden opportunity, just what I was talking about, Lisa. Before you know it, you're one of your big-time playmakers here offensively. Cassidy gave him the move and went for the backhand 5-hole, and a better save by Christian. Wow. That would have been a back-breaking goal for Canon-McMillan. Centering pass goes by the mark, and boy, I got to tell you, it looks like Canon-McMillan's becoming a little bit frustrated here, Lisa. You know, the big-time goaltending of Ambrose perhaps making this team frustrated. They're giving everything in the kitchen sink, and kept in neatly by Swink, but unable to control, and here come the Panthers back 3-on-2. Taken by Boyd, and that'll be blocked by number 2. A pair of number 2s collide. Finally skated back to center where good effort there by Sweeney. Oh, and a good headman pass to Baradone. He's got Puccetti trailing, didn't see him. Leaves it for Sweeney. And finally, Canon-McMillan will clear the zone with 5:15 remaining in the second. Wow, the pace of play really picking up here late in the second. Canon-Mac a little bit of sense of urgency. Shot right on. Oh, another save by Ambrose as he had the butterfly in the left pad down again. Real good net presence here by Ambrose this evening. Little low hit there on Pencrott. He'll mix it up. Good effort there by number 40, Woomer. Centering pass, no, he's going to take the shot on himself, and Ambrose once again cradle position. Back to the point where Swink will take the drive, deflected wide. Good effort there again by Canon-Mac to apply the pressure, and finally across to the far boards where Baradone will be able to get it back to the neutral ice zone. Good effort there by number 40 as Woomer's going to take a drive, a shot, and a glove save by Christian, and he'll hold on. An exciting second period little mini flurry here by both teams, and with 4:18 remaining, we're still scoreless at 0. Wow. Exciting game, actually. Not too often you could say a 0-0 game is exciting, but especially when you're paying the Penguins $160 a ticket. I still say, folks, for $3 admission, you don't know what you're missing. High school hockey is all that. Hey, play comes to number 49, assistant captain McCown, and that'll go to another assistant captain, Tonkovic, and we're going to have a penalty here, it looks like, on Canon-McMillan. Wow. So they're going to go on their 4th. Nope, that penalty's going to go on the Panthers. We're going to have a double minor, it looks like. We got Sweeney and number 26, Tonkovic, are going to mix it up. Those minor penalties, perhaps for roughing, are going to come at the 4:02 mark. So that will not affect play on the ice. They will skate 5-on-5. And the boys to come back will need a whistle to come back on the ice. Uh-oh, be careful here. Good effort there. Centering pass again, thwarted by Alibrand. Play comes across to the far point where Basikoff will take it. Play will go into the near boards right off the back and corralled by the Panthers. Skated back to center is number 18, Cassidy. He'll avoid a check as he'll look to get that play ahead to Ackerman. He'll take a hit. Cassidy's playing against 3 white jerseys down deep. He'll win that battle. Finally comes back to Basikoff. Headman's a play to McCown and a deflection in front by Alibrand. A play will softly go ahead and Ambrose will glove it. And with 3:22 remaining in the second, they'll have a face-off inside the attack zone for Canon-McMillan. Oh, heavy hit there in the corner, and that'll get the crowd going. Shot on! Score! And you'd have to be here to believe it. Ackerman's going to get the tally, and he beats Christian, who went to the ice, but everybody was focused on the big hit. And before you knew it, Ackerman comes down the left wing, and he goes top shelf. And just like I said, Lisa, you just don't know that first tally can be huge. And I caught myself like the rest of the crowd watching the big hit in the corner, and I think they were admiring the check, but before you knew it, Ackerman went top shelf and he tickled the twine from 5, and the Panthers lead 1-0. Wow. You come in this building as state champs and struggle to play this team, and now you've got a team that's just overly frustrated here with good goaltending again by Ambrose and good defense, I might add. The Panthers basically not giving up second opportunities, and we're going to get a tripping minor here, and the turkey will be right back on the table for Upper St. Clair. Number 21 is going to get a minor penalty for tripping. Blair Odeker. That penalty will come at the 2:44 mark remaining here in the second. And the Panthers now find themselves with the man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Wow. Boy, I tell you, this team just never says die. They're just grinders. They're grit. And you got to believe in this team. And boy, they can hold on here to win this game. What a confidence boost this would be for Upper St. Clair to, I believe, give this team their first loss of the season. Boy, this is where the next goal is huge. That 2-0 cushion as opposed to a 1-0 lead. And here comes Cassidy. He's going to dish it off to number 2, Boyd, and he'll drive it behind goaltender Christian. Good effort there by Cassidy to keep the play in. Taking it to point by Pencrott, unable to control. And you've got McCown playing back, and Olibrand's going to keep him in check. McCown's going to lose his blade. That puck will go into the near board here where it's fought by Cassidy in the corner. Helped out again by Alibrand. He'll dish it back to center. Panthers again are tripped. Boyd goes down, nothing called. Play comes to Basikoff, and he's unable to control. Play is loose, and a good little cycling down low there by Cassidy and Ackerman. Good effort there again by Pencrott, but unable to control, and they'll clear the zone with 39 seconds remaining in the Panther man advantage. Pass goes rink wide and cleared back to center where Puccetti will play it in through his pad. Shot right on. Oh, good shot there by Puccetti and a better save by Christian. And he wristed it between the defensive legs, and a heads-up play there by number 19. Kind of used the defensive player, Lisa, as a screen, and he got a good shot off low, but a better save by Christian. 22 ticks remaining here in the Panther man advantage, and 1:06 here in the second, with the Panthers enjoying a 1-0 lead here with the Ackerman goal late in the second. Chip back to center here, and be careful here. Tonkovic is going to come down, and that's going to just go wide. Another good save there by Ambrose as he directed it into the corner. They usually keep the shots on goal here, but I don't see that tally on the scoreboard. Play is still down deep. Canon-Mac skating with a little bit of sense of urgency here. Deflected right on, and once again, Panthers not giving up that rebound. Deflected in front, and a good effort by the defense. Boy, now you've got Canon-Mac not even setting up plays. They're just throwing the puck to the net. You can really start to see the frustration setting in here. 15 seconds to go, and a heavy hit there. Finally going to be cleared by the Panthers. Back to center, and Canon-Mac's going to look to come one more rush. Crockett comes onto the ice late. 2 seconds to go, and that'll do it, Lisa. An impressive 2 periods of play here. Panthers pretty much dominating the late half of the second period. Canon-Mac with multiple minor penalties here. I think 4 or 5 on the evening. And Ambrose getting the attaboy, the tap with the glove saves by number 91, and Cassidy give him the old fist pump. And boy, I'll tell you, a very, very impressive 2 periods of play by Upper St. Clair. So 15 minutes to go. Panthers see what they're made of. I'd love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room, but Ackerman with the big goal. And we're going to take a 1-0 lead into the locker room. So we'll be back for third period action in a moment. Well, and we're back. Third period action. Pinch me. Panthers leading, beating the number 1 ranked team in the PIHL, Canon-McMillan. 1-0 on a number 91 Ackerman goal. And good goaltending and good defense by the Panthers. Really not been giving up the second chance opportunities. Ambrose making the first save. And we'll see what they're made of. Boy, very impressive. And I think, again, talking about late in the second period, how frustrated it looks like Canon-McMillan is becoming here. And again, the Panthers, if they can get this next tally with a good, solid goaltender, number 31 in the nets, are going to make it very difficult to come back. And this is what you don't want to do. A 2-on-1 breaks out. Oh, good effort there by Sweeney to get back into the play late as he disrupted that shot on the second chance opportunity. Rister's going to go way wide. Comes back to the point where Baskikoff will play it. He'll take a wrister down deep. Oh, and Ambrose was screened, but he does the splits, and the Panthers will clear it back to center. And once again, Canon-Mac only able to get one shot off with no rebound. Play comes into the corner where McCown will play it, and he'll be disrupted by Cassidy. Taken by Pencrott. He gets it back to Boyd, right on the tape of number 18, Cassidy. And he looked for Sweeney, thought he was going down the right wing, but Sweeney headed to the bench. Good play there by Schmidt. He gets it back to Boyd at center. And once again, the Panthers just really have to be content taking it across the red stripe and getting it down deep. Good blocker save there, and a shot right on by Ambrose. Play comes back to center here where Ackerman looks to pick it up as he looks for his second tally of the evening. Play comes across the mark to Tonkovic. Play comes around the corner, back down deep where number 71, Diesel will play it. Play comes back to Harrison, unable to control. And back to center come Canon-McMillan. A little nifty little saucer pass there right on the tape of number 21, Odeker. Be careful here as Harrison will get a wrister. That shot was a screen shot. It's going to go wide. Helped out by Crockett down deep where it's played by number 28, McCombs. Woomer mixing it up, number 40. Taken by number 93, D'Alessandro. He'll dish it behind to Diesel. Canon-Mac with a good cycling play and unable to get it out, or the Panthers. Ackerman kept in neatly, comes over to Wozniak. Shot's going to weakly go on, deflected into the corner, and the Panthers are going to blast it by the near board and kept in neatly by Wozniak. All Canon-Mac here the first 3 minutes of play. Back to the point, it looks like Canon-Mac's on a power play. Panthers getting extremely tired out there. Shot's going to be deflected high and wide. Tries to go for the wraparound. And a good effort there by Schmidt as he'll fall on the puck on the corner of the board. And the Panthers with a much-needed line change here with 12:01 remaining here in the third. Panthers lead 1-0. Big face-off win there for Upper St. Clair, but unable to get it out. Oh, Boskakov with a big-time move. Shot, oh my, and he just wristed that one wide. And that's how you take a power move right to the goal. Another shot, deflected, shot in, score! And finally, the Canon-Mac's going to get their first second chance opportunity. And that play was created by Boskakov. A big-time defensive effort. He got a blistering slap shot on. Ambrose makes the first save, and to kick it right in on a rebound. Canon-Mac right on the doorstep to tie it at 1. Well, Canon-Mac did what they had to do, Lisa. They came out and dominated the first 3 minutes and 15 seconds of play here, and finally were able to cash in on their first second chance opportunity. That rebound by Ambrose came right back in front and unable to control, and they rammed it home. Wasn't sure who got the tally. We'll have to wait for the announcement. But right back on the attack comes Canon-McMillan, and we're tied at 1 with 11:30 remaining here in the third. Boskakov again with a big-time rush, and that's how you take the body. Alibrand finally dishing it out here. Finally, the Panthers using the physical play here. Wasn't able to hear on the public address who got the goal. I know Boskakov got the actual assist there, but could not hear the public address announcer on the goal. My apologies. But with 10:44 remaining, Oldiker's going to headman the play. Looks for Diesel, where Schmidt will look to play it. Pair of 71 and 21 mix it up down deep, and finally going to skate it back is number 18 Cassidy, and he'll look to ram it down deep and get around Wozniak. Plays in the corner, taken by Sweeney. Give and go in the corner, and once again, Canon-Mac skates it back. Panthers unable to get a shot off. Taken by Diesel. Oh, big-time move there. And boy, he went right around Woomer, and boy, Schmidt got the blade to him. I think the Panthers dodge a big-time bullet there. Could have had a penalty there for hooking. Rebound shot, oh, goes right through the crease. Nobody home again, and Boyd with a good effort to clear it, and icing will be called, but a good icing play. Heads up there by number 2, Boyd. And boy, that's where you've got to, again, take the body, Lisa. These offensive players will make you look silly if you come down and watch the puck. And with 9:54 to go here, Panthers clinging to a tie game here, 1-1. Play comes down around the far board where it'll be chipped out by Ackerman. Play comes to Boskakov, and boy, looks like he's got first period legs there, number 5. Big time effort there. It's loose. Be careful here, and a good effort there. Clearing effort there by the Panthers. Oh, good. Good play there by Pencrott. He's going to draw a tripping minor. And Canon-Mac's going to go on their 6th disadvantage here. a minor penalty, 2 minutes for tripping, and the Panthers will find themselves here with their first power play of the third period and a golden opportunity to get the lead back here as we're tied at 1. Minor penalty to number 18, Zachary Mansman, 2 minutes for tripping. And the Panthers will send out Boyd to center the line with Cassidy and Ackerman. Ackerman and Harrison exchange a few pleasantries with the stick. Kept in, no, unable to keep it in is Alabran. He's going to dish it across to Sweeney, and he'll gain control. Go back to Ackerman, where that'll come above his blade over to Sweeney. Sweeney will take it across the red stripe, and he'll drive it down behind goaltender Christian. Kept in neatly by Ackerman, and he'll look to center. And oh my, he had Boyd right on the doorstep. Good effort there by Sweeney, and he'll take a drive. Shot deflected by the right pad of Christian. He'll dump it back to center. Sweeney unable to keep it in. Good play ahead to Alabran. Taken by, oh my, Cassidy, and he's going to go down on a awkward situation where his right knee kind of got caught on the far board, and he's going to get up, skates to the bench with a little bit of kind of an awkward situation as he got trapped. He's favoring the right knee, Lisa. And Cassidy just kind of got caught and ran out of room, and the leg had nowhere to go. So hopefully he's okay. With 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in the man advantage. 8:45 here in the third. And a very quick-moving third period. We're tied at 1. Deflection, and an errant. Once again, the puck has been bouncing kind of funny a couple times in the corner. That play came right back to the center ice area, and a heads-up play there by goaltender Christian to hold on. And we'll have a face-off to the right of the Canon-Mac goaltender, controlled neatly by the Panthers. Taken by Ackerman. He'll leave it for Sweeney. He thinks better of it. Plays give and go with Alabran, number 33. He's going to take a shot by Alabran. It's loose in front. And it deflected right in front, and Crockett's pulled down. And the Panthers have to be very careful here, Lisa, not to retaliate. Getting a little bit physical down there, and again, a good play by Crockett to skate away. And with 8:20 remaining, Canon-Mac will go on a wholesale change as they'll have the last change as a home team, and 40 seconds remains here in the Panther man advantage. Taken by Basketkoff. And a wrister right in the underneath the shin of Ambrose, and he'll glove it and hold on. And boy, that number 5 has really got the Jets going this third period. Basketkoff, an unbelievable burst of energy here. And Cassidy's right back on the play. And another face-off win by Boyd. One last rush here for the Panthers. 21 seconds remains in the minor penalty to Canon-McMillan for tripping. Unable to set it up. Sweeney will take a play, and that'll come by the mark. Right back to center, and with 7 to go. Shot in by Alabran will go right on where goaltender will redirect it. Harrison's stick is busted. He had to drop that blade. Panthers now with an advantage here. Harrison trapped out there. And we're going to have a stop and play, a heads-up play by Christian as he'll hold on as his defense partner Harrison had lost his blade. And with 7:30 remaining, both teams will go on a wholesale change late here in the third. Another face-off win for Upper St. Clair. Puccetti tried to get that shot on from the far face-off circle, unable to penetrate the zone. Kept neatly in by Woomer, and he'll redirect it over to Puccetti down in the far corner. Going to be helped out there by Leiden unable to control, and play comes down deep where Woomer will play it. Oh, and he's going to be called for a hooking minor, and boy, I'll tell you, just wrong place, right, wrong time. Not sure if actually Woomer got the stick into him, but he was there, and the Canon-Mac player went down, and boy, the Panthers now have to kill a late third period penalty. Number 40, Woomer, will get the gate 2-minute minor at the 7:02 mark for hooking, and Canon-Mac will find themselves on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Well, you need a face-off win. Panthers have dominated face-offs here tonight. They get a win, but unable to control. Comes right off to the Canon-Mac player, and Boskikoff will take it over to Harrison. They're going to play give and go. Taken by number 28, Tonchevich. Shot, oh my, blistering shot, big save, cradle save by Ambrose. And they had that play set up neatly. Pencrott's going to take the body, oh, and a big heavy hit. Oh, a slashing right back as number 49, McCown, gives it back to Pencrott. He's lost his blade here. Panthers at a real disadvantage here. Skating one man short. One-timer to Boskikoff, unable to control. And a good play there by McCombs, but unable to get it out. Kept in at the point. Oh, my. Back to McCown, and a big heavy hit on him by McCombs. And I can tell you, number 49 doesn't like to get checked. Boskikoff to 49. Oh, and he can't tee it up. And Pencrott still without a blade out there. Be careful here. Shot right on, score. Just a matter of time. Panthers at a severe disadvantage. Pencrott for 1 minute and 7 seconds without his blade, and number 81, I think, is going to get the tally here. Tonkovich is going to get the goal, and just Panthers unable to get the play out. It hung on the blue stripe, and a devastating late goal, a power play goal by Tonkovich, number 81, and with 5:55 remaining, Panthers now find themselves trailing 2-1. Boy, you just felt for Pencrott. They couldn't clear the zone, and Pencrott just trapped out there, and you think he'd been able to get over to the bench, but he was unable to, and boy, it was almost like a two-man advantage. And a brilliant shot from the high slot, and he went high. And Panthers now again find themselves down by 1. Taken by Olibrand down deep. Panther faithful cheering for another penalty here. Taken by Swink. Looks for D'Alessandro, unable to control where Odeker will get the play. Going to be picked up here by Pencrott. They'll look to headman the play to Ackerman, unable to connect. Play comes down deep where Schmidt will look to play it. Chipped ahead by Pencrott, helped out again by Sweeney, playing both ends of the ice. Kept in by D'Alessandro, tees it up, and a good save there on a one-timer. And Ambrose says no. And with 4:47 remaining here in the third, Panthers will go on a wholesale change. Panthers trail 2-1. Another shot, rebound, oh, good save right in front, and now Canon-Mac starting to get second chance opportunities. Good save there again by number 31, Ambrose. Panthers a little sloppy getting the play out of the zone here. Looks like they're skating with a man advantage, and fatigue definitely kicking in again down deep in the third period for Upper St. Clair. And just content again to get it back to center, where it'll be played by number 24, Harrison, with 4:13 remaining in the third. Taken by McCown, number 49, and he'll drive it down deep where number 40, Woomer, will play it. Gets it back to McCombs, and he'll dish it ahead. Crockett unable to control. Taken by Tonkovich. Shot, oh my, right under the crossbar as Tonkovich was looking for his second tally of the evening. To be skated out here by Boyd, and that's how you take the play into your own hands. Takes it back to center, unable to control as he had no help. Loose puck will come across to number 20, Odie. He takes a power move, and a good play by Alibrand to headman that play. Schmidt with a big-time play in the deep down deep. Play is still loose where Odie will take it. You've got to take the body here, St. Clair. Finally, they'll give up, and taken by Schmidt. Chips it back to center. And he's got Cassidy in ahead on a delayed offside. He'll have to go back and check up at center. Oh, and he'll take a heavy hit into the corner. And looks like the Panthers on a delayed offside will shoot that play in right back to Cassidy, and he gets right back up and skates away. Taken by on the left wing, and shot will go by Diesel wide. 2:50 remains here in the third. Boy, something happened. Just Canon-Mac woke up here in the third period. They were pretty much asleep for the first two, and to their credit have got two late tallies here. If they can hold on, it won't be the prettiest of victories, but a win is a win, and Canon-Mac will remain undefeated here on the season. 2.5 minutes, you're going to look to pull your goaltender here eventually. Comes back to the point where Schmidt will tee it up. That'll come off the defense here. Play goes behind goaltender Christian, where Ackerman unable to control. Back to the point where Pencrott will chip it down deep. He'll look for Boyd, but once again, nobody home. And be careful here, Panthers gambling, almost a 2-on-1 created, but Schmidt will take it with 2 minutes remaining in the third. Schmidt will go rink wide, and unfortunately the Panthers just standing still here. Pretty much in slow motion, no transition game now for the Panthers. And going to be taken, giveaway there. Tonkovic again looks to beat Schmidt, but a good play there. And we're going to have a penalty call here, a late minor penalty, a slashing call on Canon-Mac. And man, you might want to think about calling your timeout here, Lisa. Panthers will have a 2-minute power play. And one of the good things with a minute 37, if they're if they're able to score, that will wipe the penalty off. But I would seriously think about taking your timeout here. Penalty, and they indeed do. Heads up play there by Coach Gary. With a minute 37, the penalty for slashing goes to Austin Tonkovic. And the Panthers will find themselves with the man advantage for the remainder of the contest. There's probably also a point in time where you're going to think about pulling goaltender Ambrose in favor of a two-man advantage. The only problem there is if you give up an errant play, it could be over with an empty netter, but I'm sure that's what they're trying to draw up here. Maybe you go the first 30 seconds and try to score with the man advantage, and if there's a minute to play, you've got to seriously think about pulling number 31 in favor of that extra forward. The one advantage here for Canon-Mac is they will be able to ice the puck with no icing called, as they will be skating a man short. But a good time out here. Panthers regroup. Be nice to tie this game up, as I'm sure the boys will be disappointed with two third period losses given up late in the contest. Ambrose will indeed stay in the pipes here. Faceoff will be at center. Another faceoff win by the Panthers. That'll go all the way behind goaltender Ambrose, where Alibrand will play it, number 33. Takes a play to Sweeney, and he'll look to control, almost stolen by McCown. And McCown is gambling down deep. Here comes Ambrose to the bench. So here we go. Be careful here. Play comes down the right wing where McCown's looking for an empty netter. Shot on, score! And that'll bring the crowd down. That'll do it, folks. 49 McCown's going to get the shorthanded tally. And unfortunately, the Panthers pulled goaltender Ambrose and were unable to penetrate the play down deep. It came out in front and pretty much came back on a 2-on-1. And McCown had pretty much his field when to wrist it, and he rammed it home in the middle of the goal, and the Panthers now find themselves down by 2 goals with 1:10 to go in the third. Face-off controlled by the Panthers, where Schmidt will take it. And you can see the wind has pretty much been taken out of the sails of the Panthers. Ackerman tries to skate it in alone, and he's got to beat 4 forwards at the blue line. Harrison just content to drive it down deep with 45 seconds remaining. Schmidt takes it to Boyd, and he'll take a play around it. Oh, big time Harrison went to take Boyd out in a good play to avoid a check. They pulled goaltender Ambrose again, and they're going to shoot it the length of the ice here. And be careful here. Woomer's going to have to skate back and try to headman the play ahead of number 93, D'Alessandro. 14 seconds remaining. Shot on, score again. And that goal's going to be by number 28 or 26, Tonchevich again. And a 4-1 deficit now to overcome with 11 seconds remaining. And the Panthers try to gamble again, pulling Ambrose, and just don't have the firepower to match up against the quick, penetrating team. And I think what makes it so difficult, Lisa, for Canon-Mac is they're holding 4 defenses and forwards at the blue line, too difficult to penetrate. And the speed of that team, you can't beat them to the puck, and that's pretty much is brutal when you're on the offensive attack. But a disappointing loss. Panthers take an exciting 2-period lead, 1-0, and pretty much dominated on the defensive side of the equation. And almost a carbon copy of what happened. I think the Panthers, when you skate pretty much a dominant, I'd love to see the minutes that the Sweeneys and the Alabrands are out on the ice, and it really takes its toll, I think, on the team when you really get into that third period. And I think the problem, we had a couple power plays that, to their credit, Canon-Mac scored, and Ambrose stellar in the nets, but gave up 2 late goals in the third, and one was on a rebound and one was on just boy, I tell you, the star of the game, in my opinion, was Baskakov, number 5. He turned on the Jets, and late in the third, he made something happen with 2 end-to-end rushes, and then, a powerful, big-time move into the high slot and got the rebound. So a disappointing loss for Upper St. Clair. I think, not to hang their heads. They're playing against the number 1 seed here, and you had them for 2 periods. Just unfortunate they weren't able to, seal the deal here. But, again, a very young team. Panthers will learn from this experience, and again, nothing to be disappointed. This score of 4-1 certainly doesn't show how close indeed this game was, and I'm sure Canon-Mac is grateful to get this victory, especially after trailing after 2 periods. So again, another disappointing loss here in the third. Our next game will be Thursday night, December the 8th, at the same time the Steeler game is. So Thursday night, the Steelers will play the Browns, and we will be an 8:40 game at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. So hope to see you there, and we'll tee it up again. 3 games this week in the last 7 days, and signing off again. Thanks to Lisa Ambrose on the camera, and I'm Kurt Carruth on your Panthers Television Network. We'll see you on Thursday night. Good night, everybody.